That was awesome. Hey, so yesterday I was having a deep conversation with Jason's mother, Melanie here, right? No, we were, and we were having a deep conversation about parents and love of kids and all that, and then we got to talking about Jason, and she asked me, she said, so, what about Jason? Do you like? I said, he's got a lot of qualities, and she said, like what? And I was like, hell, I don't know. But then, the more I thought about it, I said, wow, I'm not going to bang on you, Jason, relax. No, I'm not. No, in all honesty, we had enough jokes during his wedding summer, and they were awesome. But when you think of Jason and Candice, I got the pleasure to stay with them. Me and my father stayed with them in Seattle a couple months ago when we went fishing. And the first thing we saw when we saw Candice, it was the first time we seen her, it was like, all right, dude, what's the joke here? Come on, that ain't your wife. Are you serious? That's your fiance? So yes, I was one of the ones that said it to him. I'm guilty, he said it. But got to go out to dinner with him. Yes, we all did. But got to go out to dinner with him and just got to meet him. And I was so impressed, and I got to thinking, and this is what I talked to Melanie about. I said, if I was to list all the qualities that these two had and start writing a list, that list would go all the way down the street, past Mont Bleu, past the cabin I'm staying at now, all the way to Placerville, because a marriage is a team of two people, and when you got a team like this with that many qualities, it is going to be an unstoppable force. So, absolutely. So, I think we're all honored and blessed to call these two family and friends, all of us here. So, to Candice and Jason, the best couple, happiest couple on earth. Welcome to the Happy Mountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a gorgeous wedding. I mean, that was just phenomenal. It really was. Great job putting that together, Jason and Candice. Well, Candice. So, Candice, what's the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Outlaws are wanted. They're crazy. We'll talk later. All right, so over the course of the 15 plus years that I've been around the Hyde family, I've put together a Hyde family survival guide. I am passing this on to you. I think it'll come in handy. All right, so I think Jason asked me to talk because he didn't trust some of our buddies, right? I did get some input last night from them, however. No, all right. No, Candice made me insist on not making this a roast, not being not telling you about what's, negative stuff, the sound coming out of the bathroom at midnight the other night when we were drinking, whatever. So instead I'll focus on, the loving, caring side of his nature. All right, good night. Perfect. No, I first met Jason, gosh, it's been almost 15 years ago. My wife and and our then 4 kids went to Hawaii, right? And we met Jason at the tropical paradise of the Schofield Barracks, right? My liver's never been the same. And neither has my bank account, by the way. Oh, you too? Oh. All right. Candice, I don't know if you realize how competitive this family is. Jason at drinking, but the rest of the family, yeah. But the rest of the family at cards. Oh my God, cards, right? I do enjoy beating Jason's mom at cards, though. Love you, Melanie. Love you. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. All right, so no, seriously. Jason and I were up the other night drinking some scotch and talking about, finding your true love. I mean, really, we had a really great conversation about it. sorry, Hennessy. You know, it takes some people longer to find their true love than others, and I apologize that I hid from you for so long. But thank you for finding me. But no, seriously, I do. I mean, really, we had this nice conversation, and in all seriousness, Jason has found his true love in Candice. And we all look forward to all the memories we are going to make together in the future. So congratulations to the bride and groom. Woo! Love you guys.
Hello. You should be. I don't prepare speeches. I like to be just as surprised as you are as what flies out of my mouth. I don't like to write things down. It's not how I roll. So, Candice and I met when we were 12 years old at Camerado Middle School in front of Mrs. Enz's classroom. This cute little nerd had a little science fair project and a broken foot. My little heart said, you know what? My mom would want me to help that little girl. So I did. I helped her carry her little science fair project, which I'm sure you got an A+ on because you're amazing. From then on, she kind of became family to us. She went on our vacations with us. She spent every weekend at our house. We used to ask Jason to bring his friends over so we could check them out. Maybe. Since when has this family been G-rated? I am not about to start now. Many years went by. Many years went by. They both went on their own paths. Lucky for Candice and I, we always stayed in touch. Candice was already a sister to me, so this really just solidifies something we already knew. It's really funny because I think a lot of people's first idea was, how do you feel about Jason and Candice? Because it was so unexpected. Really, it was unexpected to me. It was unexpected to them. But I think that's how the best things in life happen, is unexpectedly. And everyone's like, how do you feel about that? And I honestly feel like, how lucky am I? How lucky am I that I get to see you all the time? Now I get to see you at holidays. I get to see you at Thanksgiving. And my favorite things are flights to Seattle to see you and our kids. And I'm so lucky that now I get to actually call you a sister. And you've been part of this family since you were 12, And I feel like, how did I not see this coming? How did we not see this coming? But life is crazy, and they each had to go on their individual paths in order for them to find each other. And I could not be happier that I have you now, that you're my sister now, and you get to love my brother, and my brother loves you, and I'm just glad you guys found each other. Even though you were right in front of each other all along. You're all right, I guess. It's fine. Look, I know you guys love each other, but Candice and I both know who has priority here between Jason and I. It's one of those unspoken things. So, right? I don't know if a lot of you know that, but Jason was actually Candice's very first kiss when we were young. He was their first kiss, and he will be her last, which is poetic. So, let me say, from the entire Hyde family, to you, to Peyton, to Landon, we are so lucky to have you. And Peyton and Landon, wherever you are, we love you so much. We love you so much, and I'm so happy to have you. We are so happy to have you in our family now. All right, so raise your glass to Jason and Candice Hyde.
Okay. My name's Annie. Candice and I met when our two oldest boys were infants, and they I can't even talk about it. They were babies, and Candice was the captain of our mommy playgroup. Big surprise. Candice captain Candice. So she had organized this entire play group, mostly, and the funny thing is we had dated the same guy in our early 20s. I called him this morning and gave him, like, I told him we were going to cheers him later tonight because it is the reason why, like, Candice and I became friends. So we had our 2 young sons, and Candice is like, I know you. And so it was an instant connection, which was everything. So we have our 2 oldest sons are best friends to this day. They talk on the phone, and that friendship is very, very, very special to both of us. Okay, so let me get back to Candice and I. We became friends instantly because of that, and I met Candice when I had only known her when she was married previously. So to see her today so happy means everything to me, because I didn't know Candice happy before. So it is everything to me to see my closest friend so happy, and so yay, yes. Like, cheers to that. Like, cheers to being happy. Cheers to being in love. And I can go on and on about what a wonderful friend she's been to me, but I know she's that friend to all of us. Like, she's the most loyal, most loving, most non-judgmental friend, and it's really awesome. Because it's not just me, it's all of us. So cheers to that. I didn't plan a speech, but here's to our friend being happy. That's all. Cheers. Cheers.
So what's really funny is Jason thinks I'm way drunker than I am. But so I met this guy a few years ago. Well, like 9, 10 years ago? 2006? 12 years ago, shit. It's a while. So I met this guy, and we worked together, and we lied to a lot of people. Troy, control your boy, man. No, we were honest to everyone, I guess. We were recruiters. But, so this guy right here, like, he introduced me to Nevada. And when we did things, I met John and Hennessy, his dad, his mom. I met Heather. I didn't meet Kelly or any of the other kids, I guess, because he was hiding everybody from me. But I did get to meet everyone in the process. And I actually went to Washington like 2 years ago. Candice was busy. She had things to do because she has work, and Jason's useless. I love you guys. It's fine. But I get to meet them. And then, so like a couple days ago, I came in here, and the first thing, like, Candice looks at me, and she's like accusing me with her eyes, which is amazing. Because that's how people meet me. They look at me like I'm guilty for everything. But what's really awesome is I've never seen anyone as happy as these two. Like, the last couple of days, the way they look at each other, it's deep, it's loving, it's apologetic for Jason. It's his life, I guess. But it's definitely one of those things where, man, tears, oh my God. But it's definitely one of those things where you meet people and you just know immediately that they love each other, right? And these two, they've done something amazing together. So what I say is, congratulations, and we all love you. Good luck and Godspeed.
So I met these guys, I actually met Candice and Kelly the summer of 6th grade. And I was at William Brooks Elementary, minding my own business on the basketball court. And these two little girls come down the hill with their little side ponies and their hyper-colored t-shirts. And they're like, we hear that you're new to town. What's your name? Nikki. Are you cool? Yeah, I'm cool. And then they just walked away. I wasn't sure that whole time if I was going to be jumped by these two. And I didn't know in 6th grade just how hot that might be. I know now. But they didn't jump me. Then I get to junior high, and I'm sitting at junior high. I know these two, which are super popular, and they know everybody else, so that kind of made me popular. And I look over, and I see this guy. And I didn't know if he was like from the Lion King, because I felt like the light shined different around him. Or if he was like Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons. Because he had the Ricky Schroeder haircut. He had his little Z Cavaricci jeans and his little silk shirts buttoned all the way up. Everywhere he stood was like Captain Morgan, everywhere. So I just go and I stand by him, and I'm just listening to him talk. And at one point, he said something, I said something back, and he looks over at me, and he's like, "You're funny." And I swear, at that point in my junior high diary, I put Jason and Nikki will be married. I was like, this was the guy I was going to marry. So this was supposed to be our day. Okay. Then this one. Fast forward to high school, my freshman year. I'm trying to cover up that I'm gay, so I'm dating football players only. We're in drama class, and I have a football player boyfriend, so he has a football, and we're all playing football. And Candice is wearing like this Catholic schoolgirl skirt, and she looked like Britney Spears. And she's like, "Hey guys, I want to play." And so I throw Candice the football, and Candice leans over and hikes me the football. That's when I decided I was not dating football players anymore. And I was gay. I never went back. I wrote in my diary that someday when it was legal, Candice and I were gonna get married. But then Candice always had a boyfriend. Somewhere in there too, Kelly invited me one time to come stay. I don't know, I thought it was Hennessy's apartment, but I think it might have been Heather's apartment in Shingle Springs. And it was just Kelly and I. We listened to Nirvana for hours. I thought like that was when she was gonna force me to drink alcohol and we were gonna do drugs. And I was nervous. I was gonna tell her I was allergic to alcohol, or I wasn't sure if she was gonna be like my first like girl experience. I thought for sure it was gonna be Kelly, because she was super into volleyball and basketball. So I thought for sure. We're still not sure about Kelly, but we sat in that apartment for like 3 days straight. I don't think we ever came out of it. We never once made out. Nothing. Lots of Nirvana. Thank you, Heather, for that apartment. Thank you. Yeah. Then years later, we have a junior high reunion up here in Tahoe in 2015, right? 2015, right? Okay, so I went to the one in 2015, and Candice and I were walking, and we turned into a psychic shop. And the psychic's sitting there, and she's telling Candice how good of a friend I am. I hope you remember that part, because that's what's important. And then at some point, the psychic told Candice that she tends to choose men who don't I think the way she said it was Candice gives from her breadbasket, but nobody puts into her breadbasket. I don't know what breadbasket was like a metaphor for, but we're gonna go with that. Like breadbasket was you give a lot in your relationship and nobody takes, they don't give you back. And I kind of sat back and I laughed because I've known Jason since I was a year older than you, so I was 13. And Jason's the kind of guy that he made the difference for a girl like me in junior high or in high school, because Jason he always had my back, and I was always protected by Jason. And in all the Hydes. I'm not sure if I'm more afraid of the boy Hydes or the girl Hydes, because the girl Hydes are crazy. But when the psychic said that, I just kind of laughed, because I knew at that point that Jason was the kind of guy who was gonna put in, well, this is now weird because I made it weird. He was gonna fill up Candice's breadbasket. I knew that Jason would give as much as Candice would give. And I knew at that point that this was something that was gonna be good. And then again, I find myself laying in bed with Kelly, not doing anything because I'm faithful. And Kelly, I don't know what Kelly was. And Kelly might be straight. She didn't even try anything. And then these two yahoos were laying in bed next to us, and Kelly and I had to endure listening to them kiss, which was super gross. But I just knew, I knew then that this was good. So Candice, to you, I'm happy that you finally found a guy who was gonna give as much as you do. And Jason, I am more than happy that you will be Candice's protector. You've protected all of us yahoos. So this just makes me very, very happy. And I'm happy I was there for all of it to see it all go down. So congratulations, you guys.
So after 20 minutes of my wife telling me, Steve, don't go up there, I have to go up here. I had to. So my relationship with these two, first of all, good shout out to William Brooks and Camerado. Nice! First of all. My relationship with these two is kind of unique. And I had to come up here because it hasn't been mentioned yet. First of all, I'll start off with Camerado, and then it went to Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge, right? And I had kind of independently relationships with each of them. Friends, and then separately I had friends. And then we kind of went our different ways. After high school, cheers, we're gonna see you next summer. Yeah. No, we don't, right? So everyone goes their separate ways. 19 years later, maybe 18 years later, I find out someone's retiring from the Army. So let me stop for a second. If you can, not to do this to you, but if you can, if you're active duty or retired military or a wife from retired military or active duty, please stand up. I think we should salute you. Please. All of them. Any veteran, please. Thank you. Any branch of service. Exactly right. So the reason why he and I communicated is because I'm in the military as well. And I was talking to him, and I've learned 8% of the population do 20 years in the service or retire from the military. 8%, you are that. And it's very phenomenal. And talking to him, we reunited, and I realized they were together, and we met. We got together last 4th of July. And talking to him and I, we literally, it's kind of sad, but we had our shirts off, and we have tears here on the coast on Lake Tahoe about the military and about taking care of soldiers and taking care of sailors. This man is amazing. And what he's done for our country and what he's done as a human being is absolutely remarkable. So not only, yes, thank you. So not only are you marrying a more remarkable woman, but she's marrying a remarkable man. So, hey, salute you to you too, and congratulations.